What's up, really honest people? My name is Mike Stitch's Little Slushy.
What's up, man? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Go ahead, man. You're doing good. You're doing good. You told them your name yet?
Yeah.
What? You told them what? Little Stitch, Little Slushy? Which one is it? I think they're a little confused right now. It's Little Stitch. Come on, man. It's Little Stitch. Look at the camera, man. People over here looking at you. People over here, they've been missing you. People over here be like, yo, when you going to have a show with your son again? What's going on? Like, come on, man. Let's give him a show. You know what we're here for. You know what we're here, what we're going to be talking about, buddy. Right?
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody, to another great episode of Brutally Honest. I'm your host, Stitches NBC, and today I'm joined with my little man, my little son, my protege, my prince, my king in the making. Yes, that's you, Little Stitch. Or for those that know him personally, y'all can just call him Michael. Can he please stop looking at the iPad, bro? We're looking over here, bro.
I just love 2007.
Nah, but today we actually, my son actually told me something that he has seen a video, right? And it was like about a poor kid, or was it a poor? Matter of fact, tell them the story about the video. Tell them the story.
There was a poor man, and then the child was pretending that he was poor, and then he got a lot of love, and then some police, he just smacked him in the head.
So what happened?
And it was a girl.
But how did that make you feel? Like, so you seen the video. So the video was like the kids was what they was doing. They was walking around or something like that, and they saw a homeless man, right? A poor guy, right? So the kids was just walking around and they seen a poor man. Look at the camera, baby. Right there. So they the kids are walking around. They see a homeless man. So they got an idea of they was gonna act like they're homeless too, right? So they acted poor. And what did they do with all the money that they got from getting poor?
They did something bad to do something good.
And that was one of the first things that they did. What they did, they collected all this money and they gave it to the homeless man. So when my son showed me this video, one of the first questions, well, not even a question, it was one of the first things that I had told you was like, you see that, Michael? Sometimes you have to do something bad to actually do something good for the bigger picture. But how does that make you feel? Like, what did you think about that video? You think they did a bad thing? You think they did a good thing? Like, how does that make you feel, man?
They did a good thing to give the homeless man money.
That was good. But do you think that they had to do something bad to do it?
Uh-huh.
You think so?
Yeah, pretending to be poor.
And then they had to do that?
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. Yo, what's good? John, my killer, long time no see. Kathy, great afternoon. How's everybody doing? Everybody that's tuning in, press 1 if y'all watching live, 2 if my son is cute, and press 12 if it's both. Oh, you're gonna see a lot of 2s there, buddy. We're gonna see a lot of 2s there. Now, but we actually want to talk about something very serious now. And before we talk about Santa isn't real, before should we talk about that first? Because you believe in Santa and you believe Pluto is a planet. So which one are we going to talk about those first? Or should we talk about something? You know what? Let's make it funny before we talk about something serious, right? How is Santa real, Michael? Why do you think Santa is real?
How come there's a season even though people don't believe in Santa?
What do you mean season? Like the season of Christmas?
Yeah. How come there's a day of Christmas?
Because that had nothing to do with Santa.
Yeah. But how come some people see Santa riding their sleigh?
It's because of history, Michael. You know how Christmas started? Christmas started as a pagan holiday. Back in the days, that's what people used to do. They used to have...
One thing.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for cutting me off while I'm talking. I appreciate that.
Remember last time when you showed me a picture of Santa? Like the old, very old man?
He was a saint. His real name is Saint Nicholas. And what he used to do back in those days around the pagan holiday, Michael, he used to give kids gifts. And they started thinking, like, how was he able to give so many kids gifts in just one night? So they created this story and this myth of, oh, Santa Claus, he must have a reindeer. Oh, he must have a sleigh. Oh, he must have some little elves helping him out. You want to know why I don't believe in Santa? Or why I'm a little iffy of why I don't believe in Santa?
Why?
Because I never got a gift from Santa.
Yeah, because you don't believe in him.
So it wasn't because I was bad? So it's because I don't believe in him? That's why?
No, it's because you were bad and you didn't believe in him.
I wasn't bad. I was always
What
trying to
about when you steal from church?
Oh man, but that's okay. Brutally honest. Those are okay. All right. So I had some skeletons in my closet. I did a couple of bad things when I was young, but I've been good now.
Yeah.
I've been a good father, right? So I
I
don't get nothing. I don't get nothing. I don't even get a pair of socks.
Yeah, it's still because you don't believe in Santa. You need to believe in Santa.
Oh my God, he got me all right. He got me all right. That's the thing about the relationship between me and my son. That anytime my son actually asks me a question, no matter what the question is about, I always try to keep it brutally honest with him. Like seriously, I don't bite my tongue. I don't sugarcoat anything for my son. I don't have no hair on my tongue on my son, and that's why my son is the way he is now, Mr. Brutally Honest over here. You really like, yo? How is it my son saw an old video on me on Instagram? You know which one I'm gonna tell him. About when we was in the pool and I tossed you and you was like, oh, I want to see that pool when I tossed you.
It was 2015.
Look how long ago. It was 5 years ago. And you know what my son tells me? Dad, you was real fat in that video. What was the point of telling me that? Why would you tell me that I look like a whale in the pool? Like somebody should go and save me. Why would you tell me something like that? This is what I mean about you need to have a balance between being brutally honest with people. You can't just be brutally honest with people all the damn time, right?
You were fat.
And you don't think I know that? Why did you have to remind me? Like I'm over here looking like a belly bigger than Santa Claus over here in the pool. But you don't want to tell them about how high I took you, that you hit your head in the clouds? You don't want to talk to them about that, huh?
I hit my head in the clouds.
No, yo, you believe in Santa the same way you still believe Pluto is a planet. Pluto is not a planet, bro.
Prove it.
Prove it? I don't have to prove it. The scientists proved it already. Why do you still feel Pluto's a planet? Are you still stuck on this Rick and Morty episode? What's going on?
Well, you told me that you believe in.
That I believe Pluto is look, when we was growing up, guys, if y'all believe that Pluto is still a planet, type in 3. For real. If y'all believe Pluto is a planet, type in 3. Let's see how many people still believe Pluto is a planet. If you believe in the scientific discovery, whatever you want to call it, that it's not a planet anymore, type in the number 4 and get my son pissed off by typing 4. How about that? Jesus was born. Jesus wasn't born on December 25th. He was actually born around the springtime. Just to give you a little bit more history about that. You know why Pluto is not a planet anymore, right? I'm talking to you, Michael. You want to listen or you want to read this?
Because scientists took it away.
And why did scientists took
Because it was too small.
And now what is it?
The farthest planet.
Well, it used to be the farthest planet. Now it's like a meteor or something like that, or an asteroid or something like that, you know? Or just a big, or not that big of a floating right in outer space in our orbit. But it was, but when we was growing up, Pluto was a planet. We had to remember 9 planets. You want to talk about that? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. You want to talk about something serious right now? No. Let's keep the show going. Because you're over here telling me secrets. We live. Everybody over here like, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? Tell me your secrets. Tell me. They're curious. They want to know. Tell them if that's what you heard. That the Earth got hit with a meteor 2 times. Yeah, it's probably going to get hit again.
Yeah, and then we all die again.
Well, it depends. Well, depends. We might all die or the dinosaurs might come back. One of those two is going to happen.
They're in the future.
Growing up, we believed that Pluto was a planet. It was 9 planets, Michael, growing up. Another thing that, as far as growing up, and I'm just going to keep it brutally honest with you guys, coming from a Roman Catholic household, we grew up with the feeling and thinking and the belief that being gay is a sin.
Yeah.
That's what I had told you. Like back in the days, being gay is a sin. But what did your mom say?
That it's not.
That it's not a sin. That you just gotta let people live and let live. Things like that.
Live how they want to live.
Well, that's the thing, Michael. Like back in history, like even in the Bible, it says because there was so much people doing bad to each other, too much people like men sleeping with men and women sleeping with women, and people killing each other and stealing from everybody and things like that. That's why God flooded the earth. You know what about King Noah's Ark?
Yeah.
Yeah, that story.
People didn't believe him.
Yeah, but that's why they say in the Bible that's why God destroyed the earth because of things like that. But do you think being gay is bad?
I wanna know how did he talk to God?
Oh, sometimes you get a feeling and things like that. And who really knows? Who really knows? But I'm just asking you, how do you feel about gay people, Michael? Because even when we watch movies and things like that and we see gay people, I even ask you, how do you feel about that? He feels disgusted. Well, I'm glad he's not being manipulated with the society nowadays, especially that everybody's trying to put some type of gay theme, and even in Disney movies and things like that. And a lot of us will be like, we don't want our kids to be influenced by that. Like, stop forcing sexuality on our kids. Seriously, let kids just be kids. Let them be who they are. Growing up, we learned everything from our friends, from our peers and things like that. Growing up, I'm going to keep it brutally honest. Yeah, I did believe that being gay is a sin and things like that. Now that I'm more mature, I'm a little bit more open-minded. I really don't follow organized religion like that. I'm a little bit more open to it as far as just accepting people for who they are and just letting people live, Michael. Oh, you want to read some of this? Honest response. That's all it is.
Now.
Yeah, no whispering now. No whispering now. But, so you feel like being gay is wrong?
Yeah.
But, would you be friends with a gay person?
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Is gay people bad people?
Yeah.
What makes gay people so bad? They're human beings just like us. They just like their own sex. Like what makes a man gay? That he likes men, right? And what makes a woman gay? That she likes women. Does that really have to make them a bad person? What if a gay person, they're still a good father, or they're still a good mother, or they help out the homeless people, and they're always trying to help other people, they're trying to help them out, they're good people, they don't steal, they don't rob, they don't kill, they don't murder, they don't do nothing bad to you, they don't hurt you. Do you really feel like they're still bad people?
But you say that's in the Bible.
A lot of things are in the Bible, Michael, but you have to get to a certain age where you're going to have to determine what you really believe and what you don't want to believe. Or you want to talk about St. Michael's? Want to switch it up real quick? What about St. Michael's? Because that's your name. That's my name too.
I heard that he fighted people. Yeah.
Okay, so
from hell, the devil created a dragon with 3 heads, and St. Michael's killed them. All by one.
Okay, because Michael is the archangel of war. There's 3 archangels.
Yeah, he's the one that doesn't let the people from hell in heaven.
And that's what I like talking about my son, because at the end of the day, I know as parents we try to be very protective and protect our kids from certain influences, especially from the environment, things like that. But it's really good for us as parents to be open with our kids. A lot of times we feel like just because we brought our kids into the world, we as parents, we actually feel like our kids owe us the whole world. Put your hand down, Mike. Like we really feel as parents, we feel like you're my son, like you owe me the world. And it really is not like that. The reality is, if us as parents, we brought our kids into the world, then it's our responsibility to give the world to our kids,
Oh my God, Jalena's in here.
Like straight up. Like a lot of times we could be chilling in the bedroom, and you're just chilling and your son is in the room playing or whatever, and you'd be like, hey, Michael, come here. And Michael comes over there and he's like, yes, Dad. And I'm like, oh, can you pass me the remote control? And Michael's like, I'm not your slave. And a lot of times parents will be like, yes, you got to do what I tell you. You got to do, I brought you into this world and grow up with this mentality like our kids are our slaves, or like they owe us everything. When the reality is, there's only two things that we deserve from our kids. One of them is loyalty, and the other one is just appreciation. You know, what we gotta give our kids is our life lessons, everything that we learned in our lives. No parent, especially if you're a good, great parent or trying to be, none of us want our kids to go through the same BS that we went through. That's why when our kids do ask us these questions, let them know exactly what it is. If you're and definitely don't kill their curiosity. Like, okay, kids are chaos nowadays and things like that. Cool, because everything is new to them. They haven't been in this world. Everything is new. If we're walking and it's raining and it's a puddle and you're walking with your kid, what you think your kid is going to want to do? Oh, he's going to want to jump in that puddle, right? Of course he wants to jump in that puddle. Let them. Let them jump as long as you're not putting them in harm's way, right? But just let kids be kids. A lot of times we like to baby our kids like, oh, go ride a bike. Oh, you don't want to ride a bike. It's too hard. They be 10 years old still on training wheels. How many times did you fall down on your bike before you actually learned how to ride it, Mike?
Like 10 times or something? I don't know.
Like 10 times?
I don't know.
Okay, he's just being a little modest right now. He felt that we all fall down a lot of times, Michael.
Oh my God, the lean says 100.
Everybody over here tuning in, but I definitely want to let you know that just because a girl calls me papi does not mean she loves me.
Yeah.
I call girls mommy all the time. Does that mean I love them too?
No.
Nah, but actually, I just wanted to do this with my son because my son really wanted to do a show with me. He wanted really to do live with me, and we usually do. This is actually our third video we'll be doing together. The first two we was doing would you rather this, would you rather that, things like that, and that's all cool and fun. But that's not the path I'm trying to put my son on. Like I really want to set my son up to actually do valuable videos if that's what he really wants to do, which apparently he's showing his interest. Us as parents, we have to water that seed so it can flourish and grow. You feel me? So if that's what he wants to do, I'm going to be here right for my son, right next to my son on my personal page, doing exactly what I actually love to do as well. But I'm trying to set him up like, look, Mike, if you want to do videos with essence. Do videos that have value. Do videos of you being who you really want to be. At the end of the day, Michael, always be yourself. Don't care about other people's opinion because at the end of the day, they're always going to talk good and they're always going to talk bad. And at the end of no matter what, the only thing that's important is how you feel at the end. This Tuesday, we actually have a Valentine's Day special. It'll be me. It'll be True. It'll be a great, brutally honest episode. We're going to talk about the do's